Hello again. So I've been up since 5:30 in the morning, did 10 hours of work, came home, haven't had dinner, and got involved making a neck adapter for Marvel Legends figures to this Viking steel skeleton body action figures. And initially I was kind of annoyed that the heads didn't fit and the ball for the neck is much too small. Now what I've done here is I have cut the ankle off of a Barbie doll. It might have been a Skipper doll. It's kind of on the small side. The leg itself is made of kind of a rubber, but the center, there's a core. There's a hard plastic core, it turns out. And if you cut it just right, just above the heel of the foot, on the ankle, and maybe I want to say a half inch, maybe a little more, 3/4 of an inch, because you want to give yourself some leeway to hack it down a little more. This hard core of the leg just kind of slides right out if you give it a push from one end to the other, and that is what is creating the void space for the steel neck peg. I'm sure most of you have customizers have Dremels and are versed with them. I have one here. I've never used it. I got no idea what I'm doing. So this is very fortuitous. And as you can see, I've carved this thing down a bit, and it fits, and the head is resting at an appropriate size. Now the camera's doing something kind of peculiar. In person, this looks a lot better than I'm looking at it on the camera. For one thing, it doesn't look half as small as it actually is in person. And that's kind of interesting. It doesn't bother me in person. I'm looking at it on the camera. It's kind of bugging the hell out of me. Now, let me get this a little closer here. And you can kind of see what I've done here. I don't want to remove the head right now. The leg I actually turned backwards, I think, allowing the slope of the ankle to the foot to be that under her chin kind of. And you'll have to hack it down or whatever it is you're going to do to it, whatever proper tools you have that I don't have. All I've got is a razor blade. But I am tenacious, and I try to imagine how things are going to look, or what's useful. Essentially, what's useful. Among the useful things I've saved is the back to a Annihilus Build-A-Figure with the hollowed out sections for the wings, and another one for Angel's back, the Angel figure, Toy Biz figure, and to accommodate the wings, and just the back piece, because eventually I think they can be sanded down and molded, cut down to fit one of the many horses that are made, possibly a Toy Biz one for Lord of the Rings, and fit the wings on that way. I don't have that skill, but I've seen something in the pieces. Let me see if we can get her. Just kind of get a better idea what I've done here. I really don't want to quite take it. Well, something. The head itself kind of comes off pretty easily. As you can see, kind of closer up, it looks a little better. Now, no doubt, somebody out there probably makes it look some kind of putty or something. Yelena was sitting right in front of me. I have the new Black Widow figures on a table here. So she was right there, and then I happened to notice that her face is exactly the same color as the Viking body. And, well, you can kind of get the idea that there's that center of the leg where the hard plastic core popped right out. And, of course, it turns. It doesn't angle too well, but these Viking bodies are made so that the entire neck is completely posable, which is great because it gives a lot more better range. And and a word about these Viking bodies. If you were going to remove the feet and the hands, I think you're going to want the arms straight out with your finger in the elbow crook, so it doesn't bend up on you, because no doubt these metal skeletons will go right through the TPE unless you were very careful. And that would be unfortunate for the $35 you're going to spend on these things, or more, depending on who you buy it from. So I'm pretty pleased. I guess I'm going to have to look around for that kind of putty stuff, and I think on a long enough timeline, I may try to hack down that adapter piece I've made here, so that it looks a little more natural. Not so many hard angles, a little rounder. But then again, maybe the putty will do that too, once I can figure out what I'm doing with that. Again, I am not a customizer, not with any skill, of course, but I've been customizing figures since I was, I guess, 10 years old. With I used to paint Boba Fett's, the mail-away Boba Fett's. I used to paint them back in 1979 and try to customize them to what he was supposed to look like. Or 1980, I guess, when the movie actually came out. It was the envy of all my friends. But never at a professional level, of course. So, now this is not a. Again, this is mainly because she was here, and because her skin tone matches so well with the body. I don't know what I would actually do with the posing of this, except to just kind of amuse myself by imagining that she has come out of the shower of the Red Room barracks to find these clowns, and she's not going to tolerate any crap from them. So, there we are. Again, this is about what is possible, and I had given up in the last video, and we have succeeded, I think, in this one. I guess they make a tan body, if I can. That might match Jean Grey a lot better. I guess maybe I'll even invest in that. I don't know yet. It's another $35. I don't know if it's worth it. We'll find out. And of course, the White Queen. I think the White Queen head that came with the Walgreens exclusive is a little shade darker than this body is here. But we'll see. I just thought I'd share the good news that this is not a waste, and these things are possible. And how very pleased I am, actually, at this point. Yeah, if you're going to do the same thing I did, you'll need a Barbie. I have a couple kicking around, so they are now footless or hobbled. So, good luck, and oops, sorry, I didn't focus that earlier. Yes, good luck, and good night.